So welcome everyone to this episode, Embodied Integrative Healing. Super grateful to be here with my good friend and also fellow facilitator in the work and fellow collaborator on some projects as well. Michael, welcome to the program, Michael.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Jay. Really good to be here. And I'm excited to chop it up with you.
Yeah. So what I'd like to explore well, in general in this podcast, what I'm exploring is just really healing, just kind of the experience of healing. And in this work that I do, I use a few different modalities. And one of them is the Work of Byron Katie, which is an inquiry process that both Michael and I are really familiar with and love a lot. So I think what it would be really nice to explore today is just looking at kind of what healing means to us. What does that mean if we're healing? What does that even mean? And then just this process of the work and what that is for people who don't know that. Like, why would they want to bother with that? How would that help them heal? And so let's just delve into that.
Yeah.
Maybe we can just start with what do you think healing is, or what is that experientially for you? Or
yeah. Well, healing. I would say healing for me is being okay now, wherever I happen to find myself, whatever weather or emotional or images I'm seeing, and sensations, any other experiences that might arise, and being a friend to that. And so I would say that would be healing, and where being a friend to that is not even so much of a conscious like, oh, I got to be a friend to this. It's more of it becomes this effortless joining, where it's a merging of self and other.
Oh man, I love that. I felt that as you were describing that. I'm like, oh, that feels healing. That feels healing. Like, I'm just okay with what's happening. I'm not going to fight it. I'm willing to see it, whatever it's rising as, whatever sensations like that. Yeah, I can feel that. Yeah. So let's look at the work a little bit. So how would you describe, this process of the Work of Byron Katie for someone who's like never even heard of it? What is this?
Well, for me, the work has been, just for the last 15 years, just instrumental in my healing. And I didn't even know something like this existed on planet Earth, that it was an option. And so the Work of Byron Katie is a way to gather what we're thinking and believing in a given time and place where we are experiencing stress, anger, sadness, whatever it is, when we're not okay with what's appearing.
Right.
And so it's a way we take that, and Byron Katie, you can find everything on thework.com. She has a printed out worksheet. And so what happens is you meditate, you be there now, and you anchor in that time and place, and you gather what you were thinking and believing then into that worksheet. It's 6 questions, and you fill it all out, and then you question those 1 through 6, those concepts, those beliefs that you were thinking and believing in that moment.
Yeah. I love that. It's such please check out the website, Byron Katie. She's amazing. This process is amazing. And yeah, I remember I resonate with what you're saying, Michael, where when I first found out about it, I was like, how did I not know about this? This is like so amazing. That you can question thoughts. Like, I don't think I really knew that before. Like, I knew about like trying to think better, like think positive, and that's helpful. It's definitely better to think positive than negative.
Beautiful.
But I didn't really understand that you could like literally question whether a thought is true or not. Like that's like an option. Like, there's thoughts, and maybe it's true, maybe it's not, and we can look at it. Like, that was revolutionary to me, that you could actually even just question a thought.
Yeah, very mind blowing. Literally.
Yeah, like thoughts. Yeah.
And so it's the process is it's a practice, and it was just I met you at the school, I believe, and
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
so we have that journey and that path together. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's a lovely process. I continue to I've been facilitating people in the work for 2.5 years now since the school.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something I practiced 13 years before I started sharing it with others. And so,
Mm-hmm.
and I still get facilitated myself. And so
Mm-hmm.
it's a beautiful practice just to stay in and always be the student. And so, yeah, just, ending every thought in a question mark. And so
Yeah.
it's a really beautiful practice.
I love that. I love how you're also still facilitated by others. You know, like, I'm done now. I got it. It's like, oh, that openness to like, is there something else I can see? Like, yeah, I'm also facilitated by partners, including you, Michael, which is always really beautiful. And yeah, it's just I feel like it is so important to just always be open to like, to almost like more truth or more reality, or not kind of have a stopping point of like, okay, now I've really got it. Now I'm done. And now let's, yeah.
Yeah, that's so lovely. I like the practice of always having what I call like a worksheet on deck.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Oh, yeah.
I have like this isn't like and also there's the flip side where it's like people, we can fall into like, oh, there's always work, we have to always work something.
Mm-hmm.
And so I love that too. But I do always have worksheets on deck where, like right now, I have 3 worksheets, and then when the appropriate time is for me to, work on them, it's like, oh, this is, I go back to that time and place. I don't have to, think or what bothered me. I just had them, So I really love having them in the pocket, ready to go whenever I have time to sit down and meditate with those.
Right. Yes, that's one of the things I really like about this process is you actually use worksheets. Like, I mean, eventually you can also just do it, just verbally, with the partner. But I really love how her process has these worksheets where you really just nail it down. You write down your thought, what you're believing, and you can write down. Maybe we can actually describe to people like the questions, the process of the
Yes.
questions, so they get an idea of like what it is.
Yeah. So the questions, and Katie often says, and it's a little joke, I really love it. People have been trying to stop their mind for centuries. And so she created a simple worksheet, and you put your mind on paper, and there it is, stopped in time in the physical realms. Your mind stopped.
Right.
And so I really love that. And it's really powerful because when we begin the work, if we don't write out the work, the mind is so slippery and elusive. We just can't question anything. It's so blurry. And that's why it's important to anchor in a time and place. And the 4 questions, Jay, as you know, are the first one is it true?
Mm-hmm.
And the answer to the first one is 1 syllable, yes or no.
Right. The simple answer.
The ego is going to want to, do a little jig and dance. Well, this is the reason I'm saying no. And so sometimes when I'm working with people, it's like, I hear you, like, thank you for sharing, because the mind will share, like, this is why I'm doing justifying this answer, or this is why it's no. And then sometimes it could be nice just to say, let's try this again. Is it true? Can you give me 1 syllable answer if you had to pick one? And so it's really sweet. And the work is meditation. It's a practice in stillness. It's not, is it true? No.
Yeah. Can you say more about that? How it's like a meditative practice, actually? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's, when you ask the question, is it true? We're not looking for the world's answers. The mind's going to offer up immediately what's right, what's yes or no. What would this person think? What would my mom say? What would, we're asking, the work is personal. It's internal, personal investigation. And so when we ask it, is it true? It's like dropping in. We drop in and we wait. We ask with the mind and we wait for the heart to respond. And so we ask, is it true? Whatever our concept is, the concept is she doesn't love me. And we anchor and say, she doesn't love me. Is it true? And say you see the image of, your mom saying something to you when you're a kid and in the kitchen when we're meditating, and the answer is yes, she doesn't love me. And so then that's the first question, and we go to question number 2. And so we're practicing our stillness again. We're waiting. She doesn't love me. And so we're meditating in that time and place in the kitchen with our mom. Is it true? She doesn't love me. Can I absolutely know it's true? She doesn't love me is the second question.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah. Yeah.
And so once again, we're waiting. We're waiting for everything to settle. The mind's gonna ask, and the heart's gonna offer up images, knowings, felt senses, and you're just kind of waiting for the heart to answer. And so, it's just no. I'm looking at my mom. She doesn't love me, and I'm looking, and I get a no. Okay, and so then we give that space, and we move to question 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what's question 3 in the work?
Question 3 in the work is, how do you react? What happens when you believe that thought?
I love this question. To me, I just want to say here, like, to me, this is like the therapeutic embodiment aspect of the work, I feel like, because it can be easy to spiritually bypass things and be like, well, this is not really true. This is an illusion. I just made this up in my mind. And then we actually are just really just suppressing it. And so I feel like the work is so, honest and real because it has this question where you actually just get to be honest, like, okay, what actually happens when I'm believing she doesn't love me? Yeah, and like, oh, I feel this in my body. I feel this feeling down in my gut. I think of that time when she said this. Then I think of my girlfriend and how it's like, I don't think my girlfriend really wants to be with, and like, yeah, please say more about that. But I just love how this question is like so like honest and embodied about the human experience,
Yeah, I love this question as well. You mentioned, and I have heard Katie say this is about, embodying what we're feeling in that moment. This isn't a denial. These questions can sometimes feel like, oh, I'm not going to question reality because I'm going to, gaslight myself.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to. And so there could be a resistance there. But in question 3, we come closer. How do I react? What happens when I believe that thought she doesn't love me in the kitchen? And we could, like you said, you just feel where you feel the sadness. Where do you feel it in the body?
Yeah.
Is it in the head? Is it in the neck? Is it in the chest? Notice your facial expressions when you believe this thought. Notice, look at yourself third person. Notice how you respond. Notice how you let her know that that she doesn't love you. And so you're looking at all your patterns and deep tendencies. And so, like you said, a lot of awareness practices, sometimes it's like just resting as, Atman. And that's really beautiful. And that's part of practice as well. And the work is like self-awareness on purpose. And so we can use this tool to unlock what all these, great teachers have talked about for so long, because we get close into this phenomena of our beliefs and sensations and experiences. And so, and then what images of past and future do you see? Like you said, maybe you see someone else treating you bad in the past, or you see your girlfriend in the future treating you like this, and all these things. And so it's just a great deep dive. And you could spend 20, 30, 40, an hour in each one of these questions in question 3. Like I said, it's a meditation.
Yeah, and I've found, and I know you experienced, Michael, too, and like when we were at Byron Katie's school, it's like when you're in question 3, it can be a really healthy like release of a lot of stuff that you're holding on to. Like you really get so honest, and then that stuff can just come out,
A lot of tears, a lot of humility.
Yeah.
A lot of humility. Just, the work is, and especially in question 3, it's like a deep bow, just it's like, I was wrong.
Right. Not in the putting you down,
but just like wow,
wow, yeah,
like wow, like I'm really. And so just so just feeling that and bowing to those feelings. Not, this is an anti-feeling process. This is a fully embodied, like you said, energetic process. This is a full energetic process.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Okay. So there's question 3. And then what about the next question, question 4 in the work? What's that?
So, question 4 is, who or what would you be without this thought?
Wow. Yeah. I have to say, this is one of those questions in the work that was also so pivotal and mind blowing to me, because just the possibility of like being someone without the thought, like that I could see what it's like to not have this thought. Who am I without the thought? To me, that really feels like a revolutionary question, really. Yeah.
Yeah, the question, and I read an old old text called "Losing the Moon" by Byron Katie, which is just like a sacred text to me.
Yeah. Yeah. I
This
see that.
ancient text, and in that book at the beginning, she mentions that, who am I, which is Ramana Maharshi,
Mm-hmm.
and this whole lineage of inquiry.
Mm-hmm.
It's equal to who would I be without the thought? Is it true? All these questions
Mm-hmm.
are um, bringing out the self, revealing the self.
Mm-hmm.
And so this, who or what am I? Even just in the beginning, just answering that, who or what am I without, you know, what I'm believing right now? Just even in this moment, it's just like real, trippy in the beginning. It's like, whoa, like I've never seen anything outside of my filters
Yeah.
of reality. And so it's just
It's like being in a building, and then you like open the door and you kind of walk outside a little bit and you're like whoa, T- what's this? Like I've had so many surprises with this question, so many surprising insights that like a lot of times with you, Michael, where it's like I'll have this insight and like I had no idea that I was gonna realize this or that this was true, or that it's like so fresh, so much freshness and spontaneous like wisdom, I would say, could come out in this question.
oh yeah, the like you said, the spontaneous nature, the heart just like flourishes with this question when you really
Mm,
let it sink. And it's like, wow, I'm looking at my mom in the kitchen. I notice how busy, I notice how stressed she was from cooking. You start to
mm,
see things that we,
mm,
with compassion, the compassion comes in with this. I said I was wrong in question 3. This one is actually where it's like, whoa, like complete forgiveness. It's like you look and you're like, wow, like I wasn't really seeing, and it's like I said, it's a personal work. So
mm.
you see what you see there.
Right, right. I love that you say that it's like there's no with the work, there's no like
Yeah.
preconceived notions about like how it should go and what you're supposed to kind of realize or things like that. It's one of the things I've loved about it so much, is that it's so in the moment and honest and open to whatever is actually true that's arising. And so you can just see what you actually see without, it's like these glasses of she doesn't love me, and I take off those glasses. Now just what do I see now? What's it supposed to be like, or what it's
Yeah.
like, what do I see now? What's it like without that filter? Like I said, yeah.
Very, very, very important point, Jay. If you get a yes to the first 2 questions,
Hmm.
that's okay.
Right.
It's your work.
Yeah.
You just
Right.
continue to question 3. I
Hmm.
work with people a lot, and they'll tell me I'm getting yeses.
Hmm.
And I said, that's
Great.
not that there's no problem.
Yeah.
Just continue to 3,
Uh-huh.
continue to 4, and then we come to
Turnarounds. Yeah. So what are the turnarounds? Last
the
part.
turnarounds.
Yeah.
The turnarounds. So she doesn't love me.
Hmm.
We turn it around to the opposite.
Hmm.
She does love me.
Wow.
And we stay anchored in that time and place, and we find 3 genuine examples of where
Hmm.
she does love me.
Hmm.
And so this isn't, the mind's not going to buy if something's not genuine.
Hmm.
And so it isn't like she she loves me. She's lovable, loving, and kind. In that moment, that's kind of just like you said, bypassing. Really look for specific examples
Hmm.
of where she loves you, where she was kind. Oh, she was speaking softly to me.
Hmm.
Oh, she was really, and so just examples. of where she loved me.
Yeah, I love that. It's like you're finding, like Katie says, you're finding, is this thought as true or maybe truer than the original thought? And it's
Mm,
still an investigation. Like you're not trying to like, now I'm going to try and make myself believe this thought. I'm going to try and make myself believe she loves me because that will be better. Like, no, you're actually just seeing, is there any actual honest examples of she loves me? And when you look, most of the time you do find you're like, oh yeah, like I see how, you know, she was saying this because she wanted me to avoid this problem or, you know, etc. It depends on that
mm,
situation you're anchored in, but like you just look for honest examples of how maybe this thought has some truth to it. Maybe there's, you know, maybe there's something there I
yeah.
didn't see before.
Yeah. Katie's analogy is it's like going to a shoe store and trying on a pair
Yeah.
of shoes. It doesn't mean you're going to keep them. You don't
Mm-hmm.
have to, we're kind of allowing the mind, because the mind can get stuck in
Mm-hmm.
one polarity.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're allowing the mind to go to the other polarity, and it becomes flexible and open when we're able to do this naturally.
Yeah, it makes me think of another example she gave of it's almost like if your car is stuck in the mud and you kind of drive forward, you drive back, you drive forward, drive back to kind of forward and back to kind of get out of the mud. And that's kind of this. It's like we were with she doesn't love me, and now we're trying this other version. She loves me to kind of like let's just see what else is there. Let's go to this side of it. And it's to me the whole thing just seems like this big openness exploration. Like let's see what's true, what's not true, how I react, what's happens without this thought? Is this other thought maybe? So it's like you could explore everything, like just opening.
Yeah. So once we find three genuine examples in the turnaround of the opposite, we
Mm-hmm.
go to the turnaround of the other.
Mm-hmm.
And the other, she doesn't love me in
Mm-hmm.
that situation. I don't love her.
Ooh, so you can feel, ooh, this might be a chance to see something that I usually don't want to see, but you're open to seeing it, maybe, yeah.
Yeah. So this is signing up for the full,
Right.
trip into the deep end, so
Yeah.
and you never have to push past your own evolution in it, but it's just trying it on.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't love her. Where in that situation did I not love her?
Yeah.
Oh, when she asked that question, or when she asked something of me, I snapped back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm expecting her to do something like I'm not even doing in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so it's just you find these genuine examples of these turnarounds of the other. I don't love her. We're in that situation in the kitchen. Do I not love her? Did
Yeah.
I not love her?
Yeah. There can be so much healing in that turnaround. I found a lot of times where it's like, oh, what am I doing? And it's very non-judgmental. You're not like beating yourself
Yeah.
up. You're just seeing. It's just this meditative looking, and you're like, and when you can see clearly some of these ways that maybe I was not loving her, it's like you can just soften. And a lot of times this love, I can just see kind of rise like, oh, this,
Mm.
this, this kind of hard, defended part of yourself has a chance to like dissolve a bit and like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
that. And then what's that?
So good.
There's a third way of turning it around, right? Yeah.
Yes. The third way is turn around to the self.
Mm-hmm.
And so she doesn't love me in
Mm-hmm.
that situation. I don't love me in that situation.
Ooh. Oh man. Yeah. Mm.
And so you can see with these turnarounds, the mind is so accustomed to tracking in one direction. This is
Mm.
what the mind does.
Mm.
It gets on
Mm.
a track and it goes north. It doesn't look back.
Yeah.
And we start to just, it's
Mm.
kind of like this spiraling in of these tracks where it's like all these perspectives come into our heart. And
Yeah.
so I don't love me. Where do I not love me in that situation?
Mm.
And so it's just musing in that. And this is your own creative mind.
Mm. Mm.
When you're in these turnarounds, it's not, like you said, we're not saying, oh, this is what Katie found there, or this is
Mhm.
what the Buddha would say here.
Right.
This
Right.
is, where didn't I love me? Like, what's coming up for me? What do I see
Mm.
there? And non-judgmentally, this isn't about self-blame. This
Mm.
is an education, awareness.
Mm. Mm. Yeah.
It's a way to
That's
educate.
right. Right. That's why I love. Like, I feel like I love how this practice really, it's like inquiry. It's a type of inquiry. I love that word. Inquiry just feels very light and like you're just looking to find out, just kind of checking it out. Yeah. Yeah. So thanks. Oh, thanks, Michael, for going through that process with us. And yeah, so I really hope that this helps people who've never heard of the work to get a sense of like how this might be really powerful in their healing practice. And we've already heard a little bit, about the work you do, but is there anything else you want to share, Michael, about what you do? So for people who might want to look you up and kind of get connected or.
Yeah, you could. I have two websites that lead to my link tree where you could find everything about me, contact me, everything I offer. I have 3 booklets out. I have a nice spoken word album with Jordan himself.
Yeah,
Beauty is Unfolding on Spotify.
Yeah.
And Apple Music. And so, but the first, you could find me on zoukyoga.org. ZOUK yoga.org or hiworld.us. And those at the bottom of them, you could connect and my information's in the link tree at the connection. So you could contact me, we could do this work and we could sit together and see what's there.
Great. And I'll put those links in the description of the podcast too. Yeah. Because Michael's an amazing facilitator. I still do the work with him. He's wonderful. So yeah.
Jay, I'm really excited about your new offering and all the people that you're going to bless and contribute to your world.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to it too.
Thank you for having me here. Always a blessing to be with you, heart brother.
100%. 100%. All right. See you soon, man. Appreciate you. All right. Thank you so much for joining, for listening. As always, just want to let you all know that in addition to this podcast where I share these explorations, I also do healing work one-on-one with clients. And you can check out my website, check out the link to go to my website to find out all about that. And in those sessions, we explore what we were just exploring here, but we do so in the context of seeing what is arising for you, what you're struggling with or what you're working through, and then we can apply. I use a few modalities you can see on my website, but Qigong's one of them, meditation, Work of Byron Katie, which is like a type of inquiry. I use Reiki, energy healing, and yeah, so if you're interested, you can check that out, and hope to be with you again soon.